Are you looking for the kind of freedom that comes with working as a remote video editor, but you're not quite sure what steps to take next? Well, if this is you, then listen on, my friend, because I have some fantastic news to share with you. Hello and welcome back to another episode of the video editing podcast from Unsplice to help you go from self-taught video editor to pro and teach you exactly what you need, no matter where you are on that journey. So, if you don't know me, my name is Shiny. I'm the founder of Unsplice and also a video editor of 15 years working on documentaries and commercials for BBC, Vice and other big companies like this. It's something I love. I love storytelling. It took me a while to actually realize what it was I love about video editing, because sometimes actually using the technology can feel like a bit of a barrier. But no, I love storytelling, and I think once editors like yourself start cutting, there's something that kind of like sucks you in and you get pulled into this void when you're editing. And it's like a big adult puzzle. And I think that's what makes editing so exciting. But sometimes it's really difficult to know what to do next, what step you should do next in order to get to the next stage, because there's so much involved in mastering video editing. I mean, not only do you have the technical side, the software, you have the creative side, all of the things you need to, storytelling and all of these other things you need to understand in order to be able to tell the best story and grip your audience and communicate with your audience. But also, you've got the career aspect as well. How do you launch a career, especially when you're trying to get your foot in the door and get your first step on the ladder? How do you launch a career that is going to put you in good stead so that you can move from whatever it is that you're doing at the moment and shift to video editing, which does offer you this freedom of being able to work remotely or have just a bit more freedom to your schedule. There's a huge amount of steps involved to go through each of those, and it can feel super overwhelming. And I know I've been there. I kind of had to figure it all out on my own. So this podcast and Unsplice is a way for me to communicate with you how you can navigate all those steps in the most optimum order so that you're not wasting your time, basically. And if you missed Black Friday, today is your lucky day, because I have an announcement. Unsplice Pro, which you may have heard me talking about, is currently 50% off for life. Now, I don't think you'll probably find another deal like this anywhere out online, but certainly not when it comes to launching and building your career as a video editor. So I just want to run through some of the changes that have happened in Unsplice Pro, because we've changed platform. Now we are on a brand new platform that puts community, that puts you at its heart. It's a platform that is built for you to meet one another, share tips that you found across the internet, or share tips that you come across every day. A place for you to learn, because I'm going to be in there. I'll be sharing little bits of information and helping you. You got any questions? Put it in the community. I'll be there answering them. And also, if you need feedback on your edits, that's also all built into this new platform. And I'm going to show it to you. So if you're listening to this on the podcast, I'm still going to run through everything normally, but I do encourage you to check out the video version of this podcast, which is on YouTube. Now, if you didn't know, yes, we're on YouTube as well. And also, if you're watching this on YouTube, the podcast exists on all podcast apps. Really, what is so exciting about this new platform, here it is the fact that everything it's like a all-in-one toolkit, right, for video editors. So now that everything is on this one platform, you are able to learn, grow, and meet other editors. So from the beginning, from the moment you enter, you are welcomed with wide open arms. Here, when you first come in, you'll be shown where to find everything first. And in order to encourage community, the spirit of community, the first thing you are encouraged to do is introduce yourself. So here we have a space where you can introduce yourself. There's some tips on what you can talk about. Introduce yourself, and then you have the chance to meet other editors either in your area or share the same interests as you, the things that you want to work on. Maybe you can meet someone who's 2 steps ahead of you that you can get some advice from, because they might know better than anyone the information that you are looking for. And of course, one of my favorite places, and I think most people's favorite spots, is the spot to ask for feedback on your edits. Because you've probably heard time and time again that the best way to master editing, and also any craft really, is practice. But what happens with practice if you don't get feedback and you don't learn from others is you develop bad habits, because you don't know what's right, what's wrong, if there's an easier way of doing stuff. Well, within Unsplice Pro in the new community platform, you are able to post your edits and get feedback on those so that you can improve the edit. And of course, you can use this on live projects. So if you're currently working with a client and you want to send the best version possible, or perhaps they're being a bit cryptic with their feedback, you can post it in the community and get feedback from other editors to help you improve your edit. Of course, if you have any questions, career-related, technical questions about software, or just anything at all about editing, you can ask that within the community. I'm going to be in there, and so are the other editors in the community, ready to answer your questions. There's a place for you to share all the tips that you have found across the internet. So it then will eventually become one catalog of tips and tricks for video editing. And of course, when you're working on your own, you might have some fantastic news to celebrate, but you don't have anyone to celebrate it with. Maybe you just secured a new job, or you just upped your rate. You can share that in the community, and we can all celebrate with you, because we know what it's like. We've been there. So that's a fantastic resource. And of course, a place for you to share work. So if you have too much work coming in that you can't handle, and you want to share it with someone, but you don't know anyone in your immediate circle, share it with the community and try and find someone else to help you with that project. Now, all of these things are available to you in the Silver membership. And there are 2 tiers of membership, Silver membership and Gold membership. And this is all included in Silver, as well as community forums. So this is, if you're familiar with Discord, it's a completely self-enclosed space where you have chat rooms based on all sorts of topics that you get to decide. So whether you are looking for people in your country, or you're looking for other editors who only work in Premiere Pro or only work in DaVinci, you can find those and you can shop with those editors. And whatever community you'd like to see there, just say, and we can build it. It's all about you and how you can work with each other to build each other up. And of course, I'm going to be in there. I'm answering questions. I am helping you get to where you need to be with your career and your creative editing skills. So that covers silver membership, but gold really is the gold standard, because this is kind of like having a mentor over your shoulder. Every week you get access to a weekly Q&A session. So it's 1 hour session where you get to come by and ask me any questions you like about editing. Whatever is on your mind, whatever I can do to help you become unstuck, this is where you can join, ask your question, and get an immediate answer. So that's a 1 hour session every single week. Not only that, Gold members get access to a monthly live creative editing workshop. So each of these workshops is designed to be 90 minutes, because 90 minutes is the optimum amount of time for your brain to learn anything. After that, your brain kind of starts to push some of the information out and it doesn't stick. So these are designed specifically with that little tidbit of science in mind, because most other courses will take you days or weeks to complete. Whereas with these live workshops, you get a short burst of information that's going to help you with your edits in the coming week. Once those live workshops have passed, those recordings are available all in one place, and you get access to all of the previous workshops that have happened. When you sign up to Gold, you get access to the entire catalog. So in the past, we have had technical workflow. So that's things like codecs and converting, transcoding, how to essentially make sure your projects don't crash and make sure you're working optimally with your assets. We've got creative workflow. So that's how to set everything up, set your edit up for the most optimum workflow when it comes to building your edit. And we just had music editing for maximum impact. So how do you source music and cut music so that it emphasizes and creates these the moments within your edit that stick with your audience? How do you essentially control your audience's emotions? Those are all in there already. And there's a TV commercial masterclass as well, where you get to cut a TV commercial and put it on your reel. And upcoming in December, we have how to edit faster. So that's going to be keyboard shortcuts as well as techniques to help speed up your editing process. And in January, we have how to tell a good story in documentaries, the basics. This is probably one of the most important things, I would say. When it comes to editing, you've probably heard it 1,000 times. You need to tell a good story. And that is the case whether it's a documentary or a commercial or a music video. You need to take the audience through on a journey, tell a narrative. So how do you do that, especially if you don't have any dialogue? Well, that's something that we're going to be diving into in January and February. February, we're going to be talking about how to tell a good story when you have no dialogue. So commercials, music videos, these sorts of things. This is all included in the Gold membership. And at the end of each of these workshops, you have a task, an assignment, and there is a space to put your assignment where you can get an assessment on your work. So not only are you guided every single week to help you get on the next step of your career, you have access to creative editing training, which is in a short, digestible amount of time, which you can do in one morning on the weekend and learn everything you need about that one subject, and then execute it and get an assessment on that. Kind of sounds like all the best parts of university, except online. And it is, because I have put together 3 years worth of creative editing training for you guys. That's a brand new piece of training every month for 3 years. So this kind of is like a university or a college degree, except a fraction of the cost. And right now, even more so, because for a very, very limited time, the next 40 people will get 50% off for life. So there's a huge amount that you get within this platform, within the membership. And when the price goes up, and because we're gonna be keeping adding more and more things, there's so much incredible stuff that's going to be included in this. If you get in now, while we are still fresh and we're still launching this new platform, you will get more attention from me because there's less people in the membership all looking for answers to their questions. And you will also get this 50% off discount for life. As long as you remain a member, you get to keep this discount. The discount code, if you're looking for it, is founding member. And if you are looking to join, head to unsplice.com/pro. Now I'm going to put links to all of this down in the show notes, but be quick because the platform we're still new on the platform. And while we do this and we kind of work out the kinks, that's why we are offering you this discount. And as soon as we've ironed out the kinks, that discount is gone. And that's where you're looking at not long now, but maybe a couple of weeks, because the membership is looking fantastic. Everything is working well. The training is going fantastically, and I'm kind of getting into this groove now. So thank you very much for listening. I really would love to welcome you into the community because it is a chance to get in at the beginning when everything is focused around you. So you get to feedback on everything that goes into the community. And it's built around you and what is going to make you achieve your video editing career and skills goals in the fastest time possible. Thank you so much for listening. If you're interested in joining Unsplice Pro, head to unsplice.com/pro. I really hope to see you in the community. Can't wait to welcome you. All right. Thank you. Bye.